recording now. In 3, 2, 1. Hi guys, ShadowLink793 here.
And I'm his cousin.
And we are here to talk about Thor the Dark World. This is gonna be kind of our review / impressions video, I guess. If you guys have seen our other videos, you know the shtick. So I saw the movie a few days ago. When did you see the movie?
Today.
Okay. So, general thoughts, it's good.
I think it's good. I didn't watch the first one, but I thought it was good.
Okay, warning in the description box in the title. There's gonna be spoilers in this video.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be spoilers. So, if you want our impressions of this movie, stop right now. We'll give you time. You got 10 seconds. Okay, that's over. Now, I didn't watch the first one, so I really don't know how to compare between the two movies. I heard the first one was like kind of eh.
I think this is better than the first movie, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I've been hearing, I think.
Yeah, I generally like this movie better than the first one. The first one was really good, but it felt kind of slow-paced, and it didn't really have much of Thor really doing anything. Because in the first movie, Thor was pretty much, at the beginning of the movie, he was just kind of being a dick. And then Odin was saying, okay, Thor, if you're going to be a dick, I'm going to strip you of your powers and then banish you to Earth. And then he gets banished to Earth, and then for the entire movie, he's stuck on Earth. And he doesn't really do anything until, like, giant robot attacks the town, and then Thor sacrifices his life to save his girlfriend in the movie, and that, of course, he learned his lesson, blah, 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 and gets his powers back and starts kicking ass. It's a basic, got a hero learning a lesson for the first time, I guess, kind of movie.
But in this movie, it's like all that character development actually carried over this time.
Yeah, it did, because, Thor actually knows what he's doing in this movie, and he does stuff. And unlike other superhero movies where the female doesn't really do things, the female in the Natalie Portman in this movie actually does something important, and helps.
Hooray!
And helps! Oh my gosh!
And her crazy, wacky scientist friends help too.
Oh, those crazy, wacky scientist friends.
Honestly, I think they're just there for comedy relief.
Yeah, the girl was pretty much there for comedy relief, and like the
entire team was there for comedy relief.
You kind of notice at the moment that guy starts streaking for no reason. Then again, that guy was taken over by a god in like the Avengers movie, so we don't know how fucked up that could make him be. So anyway, plot.
Hold on.
Okay, we'll give him a second. I think the overall plot of this movie is pretty basic. I mean, it's kind of like, okay, old enemy returns after extended absence to wreak revenge on, the city or the world. It's that kind of shtick.
Like they're dark elves.
Yeah, they're dark elves.
Okay, hold on. So let me get this straight. People from Asgard are basically aliens, right?
That's what they say. It's kind of implied. I mean, because we can't. As far as I know, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they're not referred to as like gods or like Asgard isn't referred to as like being a mystical place. It's kind of referred to as another planet. But I don't know what the Marvel Cinematic Universe is with like avoiding the subject of magic.
It's not really magic since Asgard's clearly technology.
Well, Loki. What would you call Loki's powers be? Would that be like some kind of? Is he using some kind of technology to shapeshift and stuff?
Superpower. I think it's a superpower, kind of like how superheroes. I don't know anymore. I say they're aliens.
Well, I could argue. I know we know that in the movie, Thor's hammer is just a form of technology that was forged from a dwarf star or something like that. Because I think that's the explanation. And
but I don't know. When they threw dark elves in it, I'm like, so it's like fantasy, or are they aliens?
But the dark elves have spaceships.
Dark elves are. But wait, hold on. Dark elves are still considered aliens, right?
I guess.
They have spaceships, and they're from another planet.
I think they're trying to be mystical, but yet they're not.
Dude, the entire time I saw like the dark elf or something, it's like a mixture between Prometheus or like Alien and Predator. Like the red lights really got me.
Like, oh god, it's Predator.
I'm like, this is Alien and Predator right here with a mix of like that guy from Prometheus.
I know, really.
It's a really weird mashup. Anyways, they're just evil for the sake of being evil, you know.
They're just evil. Then they want to turn the world back to the universe, by the extension of the universe, back to the way it was before, where everything was dark.
With a villain that like doesn't really have a huge impact. Honestly, it could be any villain.
Yeah, honestly, this villain is really forgettable. I don't even remember his name.
I don't know. It starts with an M, I think.
Malakar, whatever. I know it has Mal in its name. That's all.
Whatever. Anyways,
which is fine because
becomes a MacGuffin.
Yeah.
The MacGuffin crystal. Let's see
I guess the movie really starts off when
backstory.
What?
It starts off with a backstory.
Yeah, backstory about there was this war where Odin's father was battling the dark elves and the
Here's this giant MacGuffin crystal called the Ether. It's so powerful we can't destroy it. Bury it somewhere where no one finds it. And it just so happens that Natalie Portman slips into a portal from Portal into the place where they actually bury the freaking thing.
Apparently, there's a dimension in London where that leads directly into.
No. Get this. It's that part. It's like when the nine worlds or planes are aligned.
They connected somehow.
There's portals that connect to each other. So that for like every 10,000 years or whatever.
And it just so happens to be this time.
It just so happens to be that time. I'm surprised like no one else like reached it. You know?
I guess.
Or like how the entire ether actually is in her very being. Because like I thought she only got like a snippet of it, but apparently she got all of it.
Yeah, okay, so anyway, Natalie Portman actually... I know she has a name in this movie, but we're just going to call her Natalie Portman.
Sorry, Natalie Portman, or any fans of the Thor comics. Anyways, Thor eventually comes back after like 2 years or something like that.
It's like a year or two after the Avengers and the first movie, right?
And then like they use Rainbow Road to go back to Asgard, right?
It's called the Bifrost, yeah.
Rainbow Road, anyway. Anyways...
he takes her to Asgard. Of course, Odin doesn't like that shit.
He's like, oh, okay. It's actually something really important. Here's the records of it. Yeah,
for the record,
we can't do anything to help you, Natalie Portman, so you're just gonna sit tight in Asgard for a little bit.
By the way, isn't Odin kind of like a dick in this movie?
He's a consistent character. A consistent character with Odin. He was a dick in the first movie.
Well, he was, but at least he had kind of a good reason to be a dick. I mean, Thor was just being an asshole in the first movie.
But he's still being a dick. Or whatever. Maybe it's because Odin still thinks, Thor, you gotta get your head out of the gutter. You're gonna be the king of this place and you're still having your mind on Natalie Portman when you got this hot warrior chick. Who, I swear to God, should be the next Wonder Woman if they ever make a Wonder Woman movie.
I would agree. She can...
I can see it.
She's
a possible candidate.
Well, I gotta get that actress's name now.
Yes. But you gotta admit, she's a possible candidate for a Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah, okay. DC, take note.
Yes.
If you happen to be listening to this video.
What else? Let's see. Loki is in jail.
You know, from all that shit he did in, like, the Avengers.
Yeah, he did. And
Continuity.
I honestly think that they made this movie kind of catering that, hey, we want Loki as a semi-good guy.
Well, he kind of was in this movie in terms of... They wanted him to do something in the movie.
So until the end where that whole...
Well, we'll get to that later. Okay, anyway, Thor takes Natalie Portman to Asgard. But then later on, Asgard gets attacked by the Dark Elves. Oh, because they want
which is stupid. Honestly, he couldn't even see... That Watcher guy couldn't even see anything invisible. So that got me thinking, what if something else was invisible? Aren't they like an ancient race of Dark Elves that like left and they were in hibernation for like thousands of years until Natalie Portman became the Guffling Crystal? Which somehow allows him to track them, I guess.
Well,
Anyways,
so yeah, the Dark Elves.
Spaceship, pretty badass.
So anyway, yeah, the Dark Elves invade Asgard. They try to get Natalie Portman. Of course,
she's stupid sword ships. And well, actually, they were pretty cool, but they were stupid sword ships.
The main leader of the Dark Elves
just so happens to be the one ship that gets through the force field when they knock it down.
Yeah, that. And then later on, he confronts Natalie Portman in the chamber, but then he's confronted by Thor's mom. Oh snap!
Who is totally badass. Oh, props to the gravity black hole grenades that they got.
Yeah, so he fights. He gets his ass kicked a bit by Thor's mom. But then she gets killed by the big henchman guy.
Oh yeah, they have magical steroids. Fun fact.
Yeah, magical steroids. Fun fact. Then she gets killed, and then the Dark Elves retreat when Thor gets there.
Too slow, and that main guy becomes Two-Face for a little bit.
Yeah, Two-Face. Yeah, of course, Two-Face. And then, of course, they have this after the battle. They have this little.
Okay, hold on. This has to be a part 2. I gotta go to National City to pick up dessert.
Okay, we'll be back. This is the end of part 1. We'll be back with part 2.
Yeah.
Can you? 3, 2, 1, go. Hi guys, we're back. Sorry for that little delay, but we had to take care of something. So here we are back at with the Thor retrospective. I forgot where the fuck we were at. I believe
Mom died.
Huh?
Mom died.
Oh yeah. The mom died. Yeah. Okay. They hold the funeral, and then after that, Thor has this plan to defeat the bad guys, which I think it was just storm their fortress and beat the shit out of them, or I think. I know Thor had a plan, but
no,
or just somehow get the Aether back to them without compromising his girlfriend's life or whatever.
Yeah, but like the thing is, that's what they want. So.
Yeah, but they also had to extract it from her body, so it wasn't that hurting her.
He's like, okay, when they extract it, I will use my hammer to destroy it. Even though earlier on in the film, Odin's dad said you can't destroy it. Do you think that's something Odin would have said when Thor told him about his plan? Like, hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be like, no, dude. Even the book said it's too powerful to be destroyed.
Yeah, why didn't Odin just say it couldn't be destroyed?
I don't know. He was being Odin.
What a dick.
I don't know. So, anyways, they do like a breakup thingy, heist thing.
Dun 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 dun.
With Loki, surprise.
Because Thor recruits Loki's help because Loki is angry that their mother died.
No. This doesn't happen to be the person that actually cared about him legitly.
Yeah.
He has no resentment for it, even though it was an illusion at first when we saw him in the cell, and then when we finally meet up with him, he's like, holy crap, he's a wreck.
Well, yeah, the point is he wants revenge.
The point thing is no trend, and he just so happens to know how to get to the Dark World. Fun fact.
Yeah, because he has this secret passageway.
That no one ever looked. Okay.
Well, he is the trickster, so.
Yeah. And you think they asked someone to be a better decoy rather than the guy that makes Rainbow Road everywhere and teleports them?
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, yeah, they go on Mission Impossible on this and try to break Loki out. And I do like this scene. Especially when they break Loki out, and when Thor and Loki are walking like in the hall, and then Loki is just shape-shifting into various people.
That was hilarious. I'm not going to lie.
And we see a certain other character in this movie we didn't expect to see at all.
I know, right?
Spoiler alert, it's one of the Avengers.
It would be sick if he did all the Avengers.
I thought, yeah, it would have been funny if he did, but, you know, what we saw.
Maybe the joke.
The joke would have been like running its course.
No, but like he should have totally done Iron Man.
They probably could have gotten Downey Jr. to play for like a few minutes. But then you have to count. Then you have to count the suit, and that would take like some money for the CG and the stuff.
Okay.
Unless you wanted him to just be Tony Stark.
Yeah, he could be a Tony Stark.
Or he could have been Hulk.
No, that's too much CGI.
Yeah, it's too much CGI.
I don't think he would even do that because he got his ass handed to him.
Continuity. Boom.
Which I don't really understand because like he's a scientific experiment who's so badass he could inflict pain on other aliens.
Yeah. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, they break Loki out. Loki takes him to the secret passageway that goes straight into the Dark World, which is what it's called, right? The Dark World.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just calling it the Dark World. And then they get there somehow through this convoluted, awesome-looking, kind of awesome chase scene, where they're just zipping around Asgard and destroying buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
And then
he almost decapitated his great grandfather.
Meanwhile, I think the scientists are like doing something important.
He ran around Stonehenge with no underwear, dude.
It's funny.
They really explained why, though.
They explain why, but it's still fucking creepy.
No. They don't explain why, though.
They don't explain why? Wasn't he doing it because he wanted to protect that area and so he could investigate or something?
Why was he running around without his underwear?
Maybe he wanted to contact his scientist friends. I don't know.
No, that's dumb. Because what should have happened was, hey, I got a bunch of messages on my phone. Hey, what's up? Not, oh man, I gotta save the world. I think this is a point of interest.
Well, I don't know.
I use my prong thingies without my pants because I'm comedy.
I guess, but okay. Anyways, moving on. Okay, they make it into the Dark World, and then Thor and Loki have this elaborate plan to catch them off guard, to destroy the Aether. It almost works, but of course the Aether is indestructible, like they mentioned at the beginning of the movie, and so
Fight scene happens.
The bad guy leaves, but then not before Loki gets killed. Dun dun dun. And then we have this little sad scene. And then Thor goes to Earth in London, where he meets up with
by going into a cave that is reminiscent of a Star Trek movie. You know, it just so happened to be the perfect cave.
Yeah. They found this cave that directly links to where their apartment is, or where the scientist people are.
Yeah. Surprising.
And then they make this plan, and then they have these gizmos around the...
Which don't really explain how they work.
I don't know how they work.
They just open portals.
So they have a portal gun?
Yeah, they make portals, but the thing is, I don't really even know if they can control where they, like, pop out. You know?
It's never explained, really.
It's not really explained.
It's just, okay, we can make portals. Yay! Yeah.
Okay, and then the giant ship comes and lands on Earth for some reason. I mean, like, you could have picked that fire dimension. No one wants... You would not get... You would probably win if you were in that fire
or dimension. The ice dimension. Or any other of the 9 worlds of Asgard. But no, you have to pick Earth.
No, because they need to save money for the CGI, I guess.
Maybe there's a plot... Isn't there a plot reason for why you picked Earth specifically?
No, then how come during the beginning of the movie where he's going to do that on the Dark World, he does it?
I don't know.
He can do it at the Dark World, for all I care.
I guess, but didn't they talk about convergence or something?
Yeah, but it could be anywhere, as long as it's in this time frame.
Okay, well, anyway, moving on. Okay, yeah, he comes to Earth, and, you know, Earth is in panic. Shit starts happening.
He's trying to do the spirit ball, but then like Thor's like there wrecking stuff up.
And then we have this awesome epic battle with Thor and this guy.
Portals.
Well, I have to say the fight scenes in this movie are better than the first movie because Thor actually has more fighting scenes in this movie than he did in the first movie. He's actually smacking around this guy around, and it's a pretty decent fight, I guess. And okay, then the scientists are like doing stuff around the city, blah blah.
They're like two of them are being chased by like an army, and like the other two, Natalie Portman and the crazy scientist dude,
yeah,
they're also running, but they're running at like a very jogging pace. I'm surprised they didn't get like caught. Or they didn't have any fight scenes or whatever.
Or weren't they teleporting like the guys to the other?
I know, but like there are scenes where they're running and you see the guys right behind them, like really close by. Maybe like if they added a little bit, if they like sprinted, they would totally got it. No, it's like at a brisk pace.
Oh, I guess so. Well, yeah, okay. Well, eventually everything Thor beats the bad guy by getting close enough.
No, fun fact. So even though all the portals are open, there's two scenes that I wanted to take note of. There's fighter jets that accidentally go into Asian town, which has got to be surprising and are shocking. The second one was when they were on the ice planet. They had that huge giant beast from the first movie come in, and then
they just teleported it to Earth.
They teleport to Earth. They kill a couple of elves, but then he just walks off camera, and I'm thinking, man, Shield's gonna have a heyday with that thing.
Oh, Shield.
So, anyways, how they win is they just throw the spear things and portal away his limbs.
And they explain that the Aether can't be destroyed, yes, but he can be killed. Okay.
Which doesn't make any sense.
But, okay.
Because, like, I'm pretty sure you could, like, I don't know. Actually, no, fine, that's fine. Anyways, and then he dies by the crazy guy teleporting the giant spaceship to where he just so happened to be.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really convenient.
Convenience for the win.
And honestly, I feel like that shit didn't kill him for some weird reason.
And maybe for Thor 3, I guess.
Yeah, I can totally see him come back. I'm like, I don't know if that killed him. And then everything is back to normal. Well, except for the fact that Thor goes back like 2 days later and there's like no scene with him saying goodbye or whatever.
Yeah, actually, now that you bring that up, the scene after they save the world is just like them sitting in their apartment eating breakfast or something.
Yeah, very awkward-ish, and I'm like, really?
And then they're just talking about whether or not he's coming back, and then we transition to a scene between Thor and Odin, where basically Thor is just telling Odin, "I'm not ready to be king just yet, because I can do much more as an independent rather than on a throne." Then Odin respects that, and then Thor walks away. But then, oh, surprise, plot twist! It was actually Loki in disguise, and Loki is not dead.
Okay, fun fact. So a while back, there's like a really weird scene of like an Asgardian guard, being illusioned, and then talking to Odin about how Loki's dead. And I'm like, okay, that's Loki. But then I'm like, oh man, Loki's at the end. Oh man, whatever happened to Odin? Man, I can already guess what the next Thor movie is going to be like.
Sequel bait. Okay.
Oh, and then...
Of course, we have to talk... Of course...
Surprise... What?
Surprise cutscene. Surprise ending scene after credits.
Yeah, fine, go for it.
Okay, surprise ending scene after credits. Okay, basically Sif and... that fat guy with the beard, I don't remember his name.
The guy from The Hobbit, anyways.
And go to the
Collector,
who is a Marvel villain who I do not know, but apparently he collects stuff. So okay, and they hand him an Infinity Stone, dun dun dun, which is something to do with the Infinity Gauntlet saga, right? I'm not too familiar with Marvel, so you can take it from here.
So apparently Asgard has 2 Infinity Gems in their vault. One of them being the Tesseract, which was in the Avengers movie, in their vault. So they're like, you know what? This isn't safe having 2. Let's just give it to this one guy that collects random things.
To guard it.
Like, sure, you can totally trust me. And when they leave, he's like 1 down, 5 to go. Oh, crap.
And then, movie over. Oh, wait, no, there's another scene at the end. 2 cutscenes. 2 ending scenes. Well, which basically isn't really much. It's just Thor returning to his girlfriend, them making out, and then they conveniently forgot the freaking ice monster from and it's just running around London, which I kind of find hilarious. But
okay. Oh, Shield's gonna have a heyday.
Yeah, Shield must be very busy.
But honestly, I feel like that scene should have been like during the movie, not near the end.
I don't know. It's pretty funny.
I think that scene should have been near the end.
Well, it should have been near the end. Granted, it's no Avengers eating shawarma scene, but that's kind of funny.
I thought the Infinity Gem would be a good way to go this.
We're alluding to an Infinity a Gauntlet movie in the future, I guess.
We'll see how it works out.
Okay. I guess that's all we need to talk about, unless we want to talk about more about the future.
Oh, I can totally guess what the future of Thor is gonna be.
Yeah.
So since Loki's at the throne, he's gonna return to be Odin or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, I finally have the kingdom. What do I want to do? Oh, hey, I'm gonna rule the rest of the 9 realms because I'm a ruler and I want more power.
More power.
And then Thor's gonna be like, hey, enough of your bullshit. And then they fight, and then people are like, boo, Thor, you're hurt. You killed your father, whatever, and then he can't become Asgard. And then we find out his dad's actually in the dungeon or whatever. And then he's like, his father died, and then he has to assume the throne, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I could kind of see that.
Oh, and I gotta say, the trailer for Winter Soldier, not very impressive.
Well, it's okay. I did like the trailer for Days of Future Past, though.
Yeah, I didn't see it in the movie.
I don't want your suffering.
I didn't see it in the movie.
Well, didn't they show it at Comic-Con when you went?
Yeah, I did, but I thought they'd, like, show it, as a promotion, as a thingy. Yeah. But I guess they could do that for Winter Soldier, I guess.
Yeah, I'm digging what I'm seeing in the footage so far. I don't want to see too much, because then if I see too much of movie trailers, then that kind of spoils the movie for me.
Yeah.
I mean, they're nice and all, but you feel like you've seen most of the movie already when you see all these trailers.
Yeah.
I did like how that trailer didn't show anything about Sentinels, though. Trying to play it up until.
Well, it's their only first trailer. Maybe they'll show it in the second trailer.
I'm not complaining or anything. I'm just like they're probably hiding it for a bigger trailer or something like that. Okay, so anyway, guys, this has been our retrospective / review on Thor: The Dark World. The general final thoughts is you should probably see it. If you're a Marvel fan and superhero comic book fan in general, you'll generally enjoy this movie. I liked it.
Yeah.
If you watch the first one, you'll probably enjoy this one, and if you watch the Avengers, you will definitely enjoy this one.
Mhm.
So anyway, guys, this is ShadowLink793.
And I'm his cousin.
And we will see you in a few minutes for Pokemon Yellow. Later. Bye.